Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nancy, and if this is your first time coming across my channel, please subscribe and also turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified when I upload new tutorials. So in today's class, we're going to be learning how to make an elastic waist trouser. So if this is something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let's get started. The name of the fabric I'll be working with is called an African print fabric, and I made use of 2 yards. For a plus size person, you should make use of 2.5 yards. And I also made use of this 1 inch elastic band. So let's work on the front piece. I folded the fabric into two. So to know the wideness of the fold you need on the front piece, you divide your hip measurements by 4 and then you add extra 5 inches to the side. So this is wide enough. The first step is to mark the length of your trouser. I want the length of my trouser to be 42 inches. So at the bottom of this fabric, I'm going to be marking 42 inches, but I'll be adding extra 2 inches folding allowance at the bottom. So this is me here marking 42 inches, which is my actual length. And I added 2 inches folding allowance to the bottom, which made it 44 inches. Now, leaving the tape at that 42 inches, I'm going to go ahead to mark the starting of the tape. And this new line here is going to be the waistline of my pants. So now from the waistline, I'm going to place my tape measure to mark my hip line. So take note that this pant is a high waist pant. So from my waist to my hip line is 9 inches. I marked it here and I'm going to draw a straight line across this point I marked. Now, from the waistline again, I'm going to place my tape to mark the crotch depth line. So my crotch line is 12 inches and I'm going to draw a straight line across this point I marked. After this, I would place the tape measure on the waistline again to show you the 42 inches I marked earlier, which is my desired trouser length. So since this is an elastic waist trouser, on the waistline, instead of working with my waist measurement, I'll be working with the hip measurement. Take note of that. So on my waistline, I'll be placing my hip measurement divided by 4. And for stitching allowance sake, I'll be adding extra 1 inch. So for me, my hip measurement divided by 4 is 9.5. So I added extra 1 inch, which made it 10.5. Now I would also mark this 10.5 inches on my hip line as well and on the crotch depth line as well. Now I'm going to use the straight side of my ruler to connect these 3 points together. The next step is to mark the crotch curve. To get the crotch curve, what I usually do is to place my tape measure on the crotch line, that's from the center of this folded fabric to this point. This way, what I have is 10.5 inches. Now I'm going to use my tape measure to divide this 10.5 inches into 4. You can actually use your calculator or you use your tape measure. After dividing into 4, I had about 2.6 inches and I placed it after the measurement I took on the crotch line. Now I'm going to be connecting this new point with my curved ruler into the straight line. Now you need to make sure that the curve you'll be making for the crotch isn't too deep. So I'll show you guys how to go about that. So from the way I would place the curve ruler now, you'd notice that the curve isn't too deep. Can you see? But if I adjust this ruler, you would see that the curve would look deeper than what I did initially. So I'm just going to adjust my ruler back to curve this point into the straight line, just like you see me doing. So now to mark the tie line, I'm going to place my tape below the crotch depth line to mark 4 inches away. To rule a straight line across this point I marked. Now on the tie line, I'm going to place my tie measurement divided by 2 plus 1 inch allowance. So take note that for the tie, you are dividing your tie measurement by 2 and you're adding extra 1 inch allowance. Then you would connect this new point to meet the crotch curve, just like you see me doing. After you have done that, the measurements you placed on your tie line, you are going to be placing it on the hemline as well. So on the timeline, what I have altogether is 12 inches. And now I'm going to take this 12 inches to the bottom of my pants to mark it on the hemline as well. Now I would connect this new point on the hemline to meet the thigh measurement. So now once you are done with this, the next thing we are going to be doing on this front piece is to add 2 inches folding allowance to the top of the waistline. So these 2 inches I'll be marking above the waistline would be for the elastic casing around the waist. So now I'm going to draw a straight line across these points I marked. Then you should blend it here into the waistline. So this is basically how to go about the front piece of this trouser. So now I'm going to go ahead to cut out the front piece. So take note of the areas I'm cutting so you don't make any mistake. Now on the folded part of the fabric here, I'm going to slit it open so it becomes 2 pieces. So once you are done with this, the next thing is to work on the back piece. For the back piece, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two. Now you need to make sure that the wideness of the fold for the back piece is wider than the wideness you used for the front piece, because the back piece of a pant is usually wider than the front piece of a pant. So the next step is to place the front piece directly on the back piece. So this straight part of the front piece would be placed on the folded edge of the back piece. Please take note of that. Now, once you have done that, you go ahead to add little inches to the side of the back piece. On the waistline, starting from the waistline, I'm going to mark extra 1.5 inches by the side. I'll keep marking this 1.5 inches downwards, and when I get to the crotch, I'll go ahead to just mark 2 inches. For a plus size person, please mark 2.5 inches. Now, I'm going to be connecting all these points together. So I'm going to start by connecting these 3 points with the straight side of my ruler, and then connecting this straight line to meet the crotch with the curved side of my ruler. Remember not to make the curve too deep. Now once you have done with that, since I used 2 inches on the crotch, I'm going to go ahead to mark 2 inches on the side of the tie, then 2 inches all the way down to the hem. After this, I'll go ahead to connect all the points together. So I'm using my free hand. You can decide to use your ruler. It depends on what you want to do. So once you are done with this, the next thing is to cut out the back piece. So guys, if you have been following my tutorials on how to make a pant, you'd notice that I usually had 1 inch extra to the waist of the back piece so that it's higher than the front piece. And the reason is because it's usually like a fitted pants. But for this particular tutorial, one thing you should consider is that it's an entire elastic waistband that would be inserted here, and secondly, it's also an high waist pant, so there is no need for you to add extra allowance to the top of the waist of this back piece. Now, since the front piece was also separated into two, I'll be doing the same thing for the back piece by slitting the center fold just like you see me doing. So now let's go into the sewing process. This is the back piece of my pants. I would go ahead to stitch the crotch by 1/2 inch following the direction of the chalk. And for the front piece, I would also stitch the crotch by 1/2 inch following the direction of the chalk. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch the crotch for the back piece, and this is how it should be. Now I've also gone ahead to stitch the crotch for the front piece as well, and this is how it should be. So now I'm going to place the right side of my front piece on the right side of the back piece. Please take note of that. Now you would notice that the back piece is wider than the front piece. This is absolutely normal, so you don't have any issues with that. Now I'm going to stitch the sides together by 1/2 inch. So you're going to adjust the front piece to meet the edges of the back piece on this side to stitch by 1/2 inch all the way to the hem. And after doing that, you'd also adjust this side of the front piece again to the edge on this other side to stitch by 1/2 inch all the way to the end following the direction of my finger. And after stitching, this is how the trouser should be. So obviously you notice that the back piece is pushing towards the sides of the front piece, and this is how it should be. Now the next step is to align the crotch, that's the joining on both sides together, and then use a pin to hold it together, after which you would head over to your sewing machine to stitch the edges by 1/2 inch following the direction of the chalk. So after stitching the crotch and the sides of the pants, this is how it should be. Now remember we added 2 inches folding allowance for the elastic casing on our waistline. So these 2 inches here that we added to the top, we are going to be using this to fold the waistline of the pants, or rather the waist of the pants, just like you see me doing. Now I'm going to go ahead to use my pins to hold this fold properly, and I'll also use my pressing iron to fold it properly as well. Once you are done with that, you go ahead to fold the edges of this folded parts by half of an inch, just like you see me doing. And while folding, use your pin to hold down the fold by the edges, just like you see me doing. And you should also do the same on the other side as well. So from the center joining of the front piece, I'm going to be marking a 1 inch spacing in which I'll be using to pass my elastic band. Now from this first point, I'll make a straight stitch all around the edges of the waistband. So I get to the second point and I'll stop stitching. So guys, I've been able to create the spacing here, and I'm going to turn the trouser to the right side of the fabric. After I've done this, the next step is to measure the elastic. My actual waist measurement is 26 inches. So I'm going to subtract 3 inches from that, and that would be 23 inches. So I'm going to be cutting the elastic at 23 inches, after which I'll be using my safety pin to insert the elastic through the spacing we created at the center front of this pant. So I've gotten to the opening here, and I'll take out the elastic. After doing that, I would hold the two ends of the elastic together, and then I would stitch by half of an inch. Make sure the stitching is tight. So now I'm going to spread out the waist so that the elastic will go into the casing completely. Now I'm going to use a pin to hold the edges of the opening on this side. So just to make sure that the stitching is very neat, I would flip to the front piece here to head over to my sewing machine to close this opening. So I've gone ahead to close the opening, and this is how it should be. You can see how neat the waistband is. The final step is to fold the hem of this pant. To fold the hem of this pant correctly, I would advise you to fold the pants into two, just like you see me doing. Open the legs into two this way and place them on each other. So now I'm going to place a tape measure from the waist to mark my desired trouser length. So remember that my desired length is 42 inches. I marked it here, and now I'm going to use this point I marked as a guide in folding the hem of this pants. So once I'm done folding the hem, I'm going to use my pressing iron to hold the fold properly. Now I'm going to be using my pins to hold the fold properly. After this, I'll be folding the second leg opening using the first fold as a guide. So yeah, I noticed that this leg was a bit longer than the previous one. So what I did was to adjust it to fold it properly again to make sure that both legs end are equal. After that, I would give it a quick press and also pin the fold together. After doing that, I would head over to the sewing machine. I'll fold the edges of this fold in by half of an inch to stitch all through the leg opening. I'll repeat the same sewing process for the second leg as well. Alright guys, this is the final outcome of the pants, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. You should give it a try, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and also turn on your notification bell so you'll be the first to be notified when I upload a new tutorial. And also please follow me on Instagram at Stylemebynancy to help me grow my page. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next tutorial.